physical presence that helps power any offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Prescott now. Going to take a shot for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback.
Jameis.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out of the draft, he was the number 3 pick overall. There were plenty of doubters out there about whether he should have gone in that slot. I don't think you can find any of those doubters now. One of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. It's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And the Falcon first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Atlanta.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The ball carrier.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
3rd and inches.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered. And they're going to hold serve. The defense stops them. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 69 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble. And they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On fourth down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jameis Olawale with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
That's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Here's Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On 1st down, Ryan. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Quentin Dix on the coverage.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 51 yards. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Cooper.
He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, but it'll be 2nd down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Now Gurley. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And this offense is running away with this one. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. The left side completion to Jones.
Ryan's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. And
he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt.
At their own 45.
Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to...
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 34 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Get up. 55 to mine. Check. 55 to mine.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The Falcons on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
To Calvin Ridley.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he will go down, a Cowboy sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I got you, boy. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards.
40-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Mike, 45.
They run with Olawale. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jameis Olawale on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the 1st, but he only makes it to the 34.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is taken at about the 14. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott to throw it. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 52 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. On the carry, here's Olawale. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
At the 14-yard line.
Darqueze Dennard there to make the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On the carry, it's Olawale. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis Olawale on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he'll bang that one through. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
From the gun, Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
At the 47.
They run. It's Gurley. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Falcons.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, what's up? Check Mike 54.
Now Ryan on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Gerald McCoy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Sterling Hoffrichter.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And
now Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
that's good.
It's a big play there on 3rd down. 41 yards.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. It's Olawale again. Oh, refusing to go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys add on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives to Gurley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working and call more of that.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
Ryan's pass.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throw left side complete. It's Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
44-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To throw is Ryan. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
33-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
70.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Calling a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Here's Olawale. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put it.
It got his man complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, an even 90 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, put the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there with a nice pickup.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Falcons.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Play action, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Atlanta.
Calvin Ridley, 42 yards. And the Falcons claw one back.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's third down. To the air again, Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
For the Cowboy field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
86.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Complete to Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to keep it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 51 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's looking for Ridley again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Down. And 10 yards.
To throw again is Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Ryan will throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's Calvin Ridley on the receiving end from Matt Ryan. And the Falcons claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He'll fire this deep for and this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like. now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
For Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Ryan's pass.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He won't go down. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
First down.
A big play here for the Cowboys. 44 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter Doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. It's Olawale. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they've all had that ability to innately sense where a play is going. Sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and the 11.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
16-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, 32 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark for him.
Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Boy, you want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball.
Right.
all right? I want him to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Third down.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 9.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also...
There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Now Pollard. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Boys take over 1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th? And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Cowboys. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Prescott. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how. And in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
For Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense.
Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays. In any other game you play, you're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now like, congratulations. But why is it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
Ryan.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Falcons.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Prescott. This to Jarwin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing here, Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
To kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Complete.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Good for a
23 yards, the final tally.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him, as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually